Hello, this is Mike Pucciarelli. In today's webinar, I'm going to be talking about some, updated, light pinning equipment that I'll be using. I'm going to first start with the big stuff, like the tripod and the camera stand. And this is, a Benro tripod with an OBEM gimbal head. This is great for landscape. This is also great for still life. And I can move the thing up. I can also use this, for my telephotos, but I also use it for my still life. I'm gonna put this over here. And this is my camera stand. This is what I use inside the studio. I use the tripod and I'll bring it out again when I want to light paint outside the studio. And both of these connect. I use the remotes. I use the Pixel remotes. And it both take two AAA batteries. And basically it works the same camera. The only difference is the wire. Where this is for the 7D, or the 7D, also the R5. They fit the both cameras. This is for the R6. Basically the same remote, but different wires. And I just want to make sure you keep the camera completely still. You make sure everything's locked. Same thing with this. Get a weight bag if you have to hold it down. I'm going to start with the bigger lights. Then we get to the smaller lights. This is the Godox LC500. This is great for light painting anything outside. And I have white paper on to make the light bigger and smoother. And I just screw the stand onto the light. And I just turn it on. Now when I light paint something big, I could extend it. This is great for light painting a car, a motorcycle, a big truck. I'm going to turn this off. I have two LC500s. This is another way to do light painting with this small studio work. In addition to this is the same thing, but only with no white paper. We're gonna turn it on. I could, light paint the background. I could just create a nice cool vignette by putting it on a stand or even on the floor. And I could just shape the light with the barn doors. So there's many ways you can use this Godox LC500. The next big light is a good light. It's the Savage Edge light. This takes two batteries. It's the same. So this operates on two batteries. 2 batteries. Battery's 100%. Is it 95? It's a 5500, 100%. And this is great for light painting the top edge of the whole still life or the background. And this has a nice soft feel. You could light paint like something part of a motorcycle, like the hubcap or the hubcap of a car. And it comes with 2 battery charges, but I recommend that you buy the watch and charger. You charge the batteries up twice at the same time, and it works a lot better, a lot quicker. And in this, it comes with a lot of other wires. You can use it many ways, but I would just use it with the battery, so you don't have to worry about tripping over cords. I'm going to turn it off. I'll talk about my other lights. On my suitcases. And these are small computer cases that I store all my stuff. So I'm going to talk about the Nanlite. This Nanlite has a nice soft feel. This is great for light painting the top of a still life or light painting a key light at a 40-foot view angle. It's also good for light painting the backgrounds. This is great for light painting the hubcap of a motorcycle or a hubcap of a car. Another light that I like to use is a Savage LED 204. Has a nice soft feel, same type of battery. And these LED lights, they come with the battery, they come with the charger. Now, the next thing I want to talk about are the LED flashlights. A popular one is EagleTac. A lot of times you do an indoor still life. You need to get the filters on it. And these are the Harold Ross filters. I just use the filter. I have to change the angle. So you have left angle, right angle. Because when you light paints, you don't want to be using a 45 degree angle. You don't want to ever aim at the camera. You don't want to aim at yourself. And you want to, if you have to switch the angle to get the effect that you like, you just switch on the filter. And then I have my own filters that I make. From PCP pipes. The same effect. And these are made from PCV pipes. They're attached together with tough black mold tape. And I could use this on any LED flashlight. It doesn't always have to be the EagleTac. I recommend EagleTac or Coast. So when you light paints, you want to always use a filter if you're inside a studio, so you control the lighting. Any ways to bring out the shadow. Maybe you could always use a new filter for a new angle. Because it's always better to light paint with the LED flashlight with the filter. See, this is what it looks with the filter. I'm controlling the light with the filter. When I take off the filter, see how harsh the light is? When I put on the filter, so I'd recommend either, ETAC or Coast, and there's different lumen levels. Lumen is how you measure the intensity of the LED light. So and I have other LED lights. This is another LED light I haven't used in a while, but it's still good. When it comes to the case, it's kind of a sign traveler light. And this light this is the YN 216. It's 216 small LED lights. And now I had to purchase this separately, separate purchase. I also had to purchase this separately. And I recommend you get the Watson battery and the Watson charger. I'll turn it on. Should work. I haven't used this in a while. Is that electricity? The battery doesn't work. That's okay. Maybe it needs maybe it needs to be charged. I also got the cord where I'm going to recommend using the battery, making sure it's charged. This cord works in case the battery doesn't. And these aluminum plates here that magnify, they illuminate the light. I could go all the way down. And this lighting kit, this of course doesn't come with a lighting kit, it's a separate case, but the gels do. But I always use this to soften the light. And I always want to use the light at the 100% full potential. And I'll try that battery again. Maybe I just need to charge the battery. And the battery does need to be charged because I haven't used it. But that's why I have this in case I need it. This is a Zephyr Chirpus. Got this from Amazon for $27. The light plug with the adapter. I need to charge this battery. I haven't used it in a while. This is a great portable light. So I could do with the small light. And my last light I want to show you. This is, I haven't used the light in a while. Generate 14. This is the only light that I don't use that doesn't have a battery. A nice light. And I recommend that you get the snoot stock. I'm gonna turn it off. And this is a snoot stock to make the light softer. But this is the only light that I don't use the battery on, but this is a great light. If you want a big, powerful light, flattering light, just make sure that you use this snoot stock. So, I recommend getting a Coast or an ETAC flashlight. I recommend always using a LED flashlight with the filter. I don't care about the lumen power. See how nice the light is? Or watch when I take it off. The difference of lumen makes, the filter. Same thing, without the filter, right? Very powerful. These are my own that I made from PCP pipes. Well, thank you for listening to this webinar on how I use my tools for light painting. If you find this interesting, maybe consider and subscribing to Still Life of Landscape, a YouTube channel of Michael Pucciarelli. So I have many playlists. I have playlists for the white plex table, the black plex table, light painting, Photoshop equipment, and landscape. The name of the channel is Still Life of Landscape, YouTube, Michael Pucciarelli. Thank you for listening to this webinar.